I mean, if there are that many tracks, losing the first one doesn't seem like a good idea. I want to try with this one. It's just a couple of races. Well, unless I win indiscriminately no matter what. But if I don't win, I just want to try a couple to see the feel. What's at least nice is that since I don't think you will need to deaccelerate, you won't hit the turbos on accident. Like you will always use the turbo whenever you want to and not when it accidentally happens. That's the good thing. So you have 5 turbos and you can actually kinda use all of them. So that is pretty nice. But yeah. The infinite downforce definitely helps. Though it's very ironic that it's one of these things, like an all-terrain truck. Well, truck. It's a buggy. But yeah, this thing is the one that has the best handling. I mean, obviously they are supposed to handle well because they are supposed to be all-terrain, but come on, bro. These things having that much downforce, maybe in your wildest dreams, maybe. And even then you will be stretching it. The downforce of this thing is quite something indeed. It's indeed a gift from the heavens, yeah. The heavens, not the heavens. Those don't exist. The biggest obstacle will be overtaking. Because when you don't go too fast, there is the issue that you are gonna be in parallel with your opponents for a long time. I mean, it's obvious. If you don't go fast enough, you're not gonna overtake them fast enough either. But yeah, I guess you can mostly minimize that by using the turbos. So it ends up working. It really feels, when you're going full speed like I'm going right now, it really feels like, I don't know, like the engine is struggling. Like, it can go faster, but the game doesn't let it go faster. Like, it just needs a little bit more of a push. Overtaking will clearly be the biggest pain in the ass here, without a doubt. There isn't much you can do about it. It's glued to the ground. As you can see, the wheels don't even rotate. It's just, it's basically going like a train. We are actually driving a train. You don't see the rails, but they are there. Just that I'm going so fast that you cannot see them. I'm going in rails, just like that. Can you believe that? Well, so far at least it's working. So far so good. Like, it's working. At least. I don't know.
We're number 1.
If it's gonna work in every scenario, in every track, but so far it's doing it very well. It's doing it surprisingly well. we keep this momentum. Well, though there is still the issue of that track with the champ, where I can get stuck, and no matter how good my position in the tournament is, I lose by default. It's an insta-death. That's very messed up. Like, having an insta-death like that, where, and the worst part is that it's the 13th track. So, like, it's not at the beginning where you can easily restart. It's the second to last track in the whole championship. At least now I know, or at least I can try to avoid it by going more to the left, like jumping more to the left, but it seems that it will be just very easy to fall into that, so I am a little bit terrified. Oh hey, at least it gives me an excuse to not think of playing anything else for today. But yeah. Speaking of playing, tomorrow the idea will be playing the Wii game, but I don't know if it's gonna work. Not just because I don't know how it will run, which, I mean, I feel like I shouldn't fear because it's the Dolphin emulator, right? But the real issue is that it's apparently a game that works with Wiimote. And I don't know if by works with Wiimote it means exclusively works with Wiimote. Because if that's the case, I will need to do some configuration and hoping it works. Also, I'm lapping cars, by the way. Just casually lapping cars like they are nothing. They are just getting lapped.
We're number one.
This thing seems like will be the right tool for the show, for sure. The right tool for the show. Team. Okay, that's an interesting start, and even more interesting how the Tatsi got out of it for free. Very cool, indeed. Oh my god, damn it. But yeah, I think there was another game on the Wii that I avoided playing because it had the same problem. It was Wiimote exclusive, but which one was it? I can't tell which one it was. Well, there is also games like Donkey Kong Country Returns, but I think that game, it shouldn't be that hard to emulate. Like, put the Wiimote shake into an analog stick or something. But yeah, that's something that I will have to investigate. Which is the reason why the next game might happen or might not happen tomorrow. It depends on that. On if I can actually make it work properly. But I have the hope that I can, that it will be possible. Just need to believe. And well, then the last game in the series is on the Switch, and I don't mind buying it. In fact, that was my plan from the start. That if I was able to play every previous game, I will buy the last one. And at least according to the critics this time, the game is supposedly at least decent. Because it's funny, every single console port of the Cruis'n games got on average less than 5 of review score according to Wikipedia on average, right? And apparently the one on the Switch is the only one that has like a 7 or 8. again, we're talking about reviews, so who gives a shit? But I just find it funny because I'm very used to seeing, well, the typical reviews that are 10 out of 10 for multi-millionaire games simply because the developers pay the reviewers to do that. But even in games that are less popular, you usually at worst you get a 6, right? Like if a game is too, it's not that well done, well, you get a 6, right? Like that's a bad note. But there isn't every day that I see a video game reviewer give a game a 1 or a 2. And some of the console ports of this series got those notes. So that's the amusing part. Because if even the reviewers that always try to be super positive with the notes go negative, well, yeah. Because it's not even one of those games that will be controversial in the sense that, I don't know, it has a political message or questionable imagery. This is just a racing game. Right? Like, there's nothing out of the ordinary with it. If anything, the offensive thing is how much they reuse the USA as a track, well, as a place to put the tracks. But the point is that there's nothing really offensive in the game. So it's purely because of the way it plays. Well, I guess some reviewers also criticize some of the graphic aspects, and the sound aspects with some of the Nintendo 64 ports, but yeah. Something that it's purely because of how the game plays and not because of any outside factor. So that to me is amusing. Well, in the Wii era, a lot of people call the Wii the home and the origin, as in what made them popular, of shovelware. Like, of having very low quality games that are just pump out just to pump out a game. Apparently the Wii is full of them. So yeah, I think that when you see negative reviews from video game journalists, it tends to be those type of titles. But yeah. It's pretty interesting because before the internet, before I used the internet, I had in my mind the idea that the Wii was a console with an amazing library and it was just a beautiful console all around, but apparently it has so many shit games, despite not being something like PC where everyone can make a game, right? That it's something that is supposed to be more reserved, and yet it apparently it overtook me right at the end. Well, it is to be expected if you fail that jump. But that jump is hard to make. Like, you either jump like that and you fall earlier, or you just go all the way there. We got the normies on our playground. I don't think so. Like, if you want to blame someone for video games being massive and also appeal to a more casual audience, it's mobile games. I wouldn't blame the Wii for that. Like, sure, the Wii had a lot of people that usually didn't play games get into video games, but I don't think the casualization started before the before mobile games got super popular. I think that's when everything started getting more casual friendly. Because the Wii still had some, like even the games that were mostly made for casual players, like I don't know, the typical Wii Sports or whatever, they are games that are not easy to beat properly. Like they actually take some skill. Not to mention that since they use the Wii mode, they also take, you know, they take some work, some physical work. Well, and even Mario Kart Wii. Mario Kart Wii is possibly one of the hardest entries in Mario Kart. Which is not saying much, because I mean most Mario Kart games are super easy. But I guess Double Dash was also quite hard. Huh. A guy got stuck, just like I did on the previous attempt. But it got stuck here. But the thing is that this jump, you have more time to react to it. Like, it's not that hard to line up your car properly for it. Wait, 3rd place? I thought all this time that I was 5th place. What, did everyone get stuck on the bottom of the ramp or what? Because the guys that won are not the guys that usually win. Well, I'll take it. I will gladly take it. For some reason I thought I was 5th place, or maybe I was and then suddenly I wasn't. Anything is possible. Regardless, I'm starting to feel the heat. By that I mean that it's getting difficult. We're talking about literal heat. I will say that that's not really the case. I mean, these days are getting very cold. Well, in fact, you probably noticed that I'm wearing a coat that I wasn't wearing like a week ago. Now I'm wearing it because it's really getting very... God damn it. It's getting very cold. The winter is slowly but surely approaching. We'll be here in just a couple of months. Yeah. At least it's guaranteed that my processor won't throttle. That's the good thing about winter. Well, that and the fact that if you feel cold, just use more clothes, bro. Or turn on the heater. Because here, I mean, I don't have air conditioner, but I have a heater. Like the traditional heaters that use gas to work. And I won, damn. Amazing, right at the end. I think that was the closest to a photo finish that I got in this game as possible. I don't think I got any other photo finish like that before. That might have been the first one, and maybe the only one as well. But again, keep in mind that regardless of how good my score in the championship is, everything can go to shit because of that of race number 13, with that champ that completely makes your car get stuck. So it ain't over till it's over. We cannot get too cocky yet. It's just not possible. Yeah, let's not get cocky. Not yet. No reason to. I like how the turbo sounds. Like they basically just made like they increased the tone of the acceleration sound, and that's it. Very amusing. Yeah, that's fine. I also like that they keep the tradition of just having girls in a bikini. Though they don't have the dudes here. The dudes completely disappear. Because they were there here, well, they were there in the previous games, I mean. But they got completely removed here. Not a single trace of them. It's like they never existed in the first place. They just don't exist. But yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame. Not like I particularly care, but hey. It's nice because it look more goofy that way. This game is supposed to be goofy. So already the way the gameplay works, I think it's goofy enough. It's indeed quite goofy. But yeah, worry not. Well, hopefully the goofiness keeps being there in the Nets game. Since the Nets game was supposed to be a Fast and Furious game. I mean, Fast and Furious is a movie franchise that is goofy by definition. The goofiness is a selling point, so I think we might not need to worry too much. I mean, it's one of those franchises that is just pure goofy action. I guess the fact that it was made into a game of this series is very fitting. I really do wonder how it plays. Like, I hope at the minimum it plays as well as the Nintendo 64 games. I surely hope that it doesn't play as this one. But I mean, it's a Wii game. Surely they don't have the technical limitations they have in a Game Boy Advance, right? They definitely know how to use the full potential of the Wii.
We're number 1.
So it's quite interesting that this franchise completely skipped. It skipped two things. It skipped the GameCube generation and then the Wii U generation. It basically just got Nintendo 64. Well, this thing. Wow, I really sink there. Well, that was unexpected. Well, I think the Game Boy Advance is supposed to be part of the GameCube generation, isn't it? Or, right? Like, the handheld Nintendo console, while the GameCube was active, was the Game Boy Advance, right? Because I think the DS came at the time that the Wii came out. So I guess technically this game is part of the GameCube generation. Just that at that point handhelds were very far behind what a home console could do. So it's hard to think of this game as a GameCube generation game. Well, even harder considering how badly done it is, but yeah, the thing is that I don't think I could consider it like that. But yeah, to think that we came from something like that, the Game Boy Advance and the GameCube being such an insane gap between each other, and then you have the Switch that is pretty much both. It's both mobile and home. So very interesting how far handheld devices came in such a short period of time. Well, that wasn't a great result, but I think I have more than enough points to survive. I think points might no longer be an issue. It's the soft lock is the one that is an issue. Cause yeah, aren't they like 3 more tracks remaining? I think point-wise there's nothing I need to worry about. Well, technically I will need at least one better result. Like, if I lose every single race now, I will get overtaken on the last race. Assuming there are 14 in total, like I think there are. And if that's the case, yeah, that will be very bad. So I will need to collect some points. Ooh, I almost fell there. But yeah, some points are definitely needed. That and not getting soft lock. Not getting soft lock is pretty much part of the challenge. I mean, if I get soft lock, I will be so pissed that I don't know if I will want to try the championship again. But it's fucked up because at that point the only thing you can do is use save states to ensure that if you get bullshitted like that, at least you can retry the track. I just hope I don't get bullshitted. Oh, I also don't even know what the save state hotkey is supposed to be, so even if I wanted to, wouldn't be able to do it right now. It's so easy to reproduce that I don't know how they release it in this state. Or maybe they reproduce it and they just hope that whoever was in charge of green lighting the game didn't notice. They just couldn't fix it on their own. That might be the case. I mean, after all, never underestimate the disinterest of developers to you know,
Ireland is so green.
Make a fully functional game. If it just kinda works, it's enough for a lot of them. Yeah, it's not this one, it's the next track. The next track is the one with the soft lock. Well, soft lock actually is not the right word to call it. Soft lock is if the only way to, you know, to get out is to reset the console, right? Yeah, so technically not a soft lock, but yeah, it's a game-breaking bug, that's for sure. Yeah, game-breaking. Well, actually, that's something that I'm not that sure. Because a soft lock happens when you cannot continue the game regardless of what you do. But that also includes going back to the main menu, right? And you are soft lock if you cannot move or do anything, but also you cannot exit your situation without resetting the console. That's what a soft lock is, right? I don't know, actually. I don't remember what's the formal definition of a soft lock. I think it's something like that. But yeah, regardless of what it is, I think that calling it soft lock, at least it makes it easier to explain. Basically, it happens and there's nothing you can do other than abandoning the tournament altogether. So yeah, don't know if it's technically correct, but ooh, I almost fell into the water. God damn it. Okay, still got it though. But yeah, I guess here goes nothing. This is the soft locking one. Well, at least point-wise, I can get last place on the next 2 races and it will still be fine.
Nice.
Assuming there are only 2 races remaining. But no, the issue here is the soft lock. At least I know after what corner it can happen, so I can more or less prepare, but I mean, I might still get soft lock, you know. Hopefully not. But I shouldn't even worry about winning. At this rate, just worry about not getting soft lock. Then we will worry about the rest. So it comes after this. Okay. I was going slow enough to almost not make the jump, but I somehow made it. Alright. I got a little bit nervous. So the problem is that there are 4 laps, so I need to do that 4 times. Which might not happen, or might happen. The point is that that's just a lot of chances for the soft lock to happen. 1 is already way too many chances, but 4... I guess the important thing, maybe it's not so much the speed that you drive, but rather the angle in which you jump. Because last time I got soft lock because I went right on the jump when you were supposed to go left, which is impossible to know if you haven't seen the jump before, so you cannot really say that it was my fault. But obviously, a soft lock is never your fault. That's the fault of the developer for being shit at testing things properly. But yeah. Well, that police car got soft lock actually. I pray for his soul. Okay. We still got this though. And again, the position does not matter because I have enough points to just withstand about anything. I mean, all things considered, 5th place isn't even that bad. Especially considering that I'm so close to 3rd place. But for some reason I cannot overtake these guys. Well, the track is also very narrow, so much as I want to overtake them, it's just very hard. I just end up crashing on their rear every single time. That was almost too close. I almost went too much to the left, which probably would have did the same thing as going too much to the right. Oh, and I actually finished 3rd place, alright. Well, at least I got the podium, so not bad. And I think that there is only one more race remaining. And if there is, that will be perfect. It's in Alaska.
Alaska's so cool.
A little bit anticlimactic to end in Alaska. Wouldn't it make more sense to end in Mars? But yeah, I haven't seen this track before, so I have no idea what to expect from it. If there is a soft lock here, I will figure it out now. the hard way. I hope not, but everything is possible. Wow, what a nice corner. Honestly, this place looks more than Mars itself. I don't know who thought that Alaska looked like this, but yeah, there is ice, but ice is not the only thing in this track particularly. Yeah, that corner with the little house there is very sadistic, I gotta say. Well, I mean, the whole game is sadistic, simply because of the way it's done. Oh, okay. I thought that was gonna be a soft lock. Oh, hold up. Wait, why am I still in reverse? That was weird. I was going in reverse, but after I stopped going in reverse, I kept going in reverse. Weird. But what happened there, me facing the wall and crashing it multiple times, is exactly how I soft locked last time. So I got very scared. But no, it wasn't a soft lock this time. But worry not. I mean, obviously I lost any chance of ending at a good position, but I don't care. I don't need to. I absolutely don't need to. I mean, in a game like this, being able to react to the tracks the first time you play them is very hard, simply because of the way the graphics work. It's just very hard to react to corners the first time. But like, now that I know how this track works, like the next time I will probably do a lot better. But there's most likely not gonna be a next time because, yeah, you are the champion, fame and fortune are yours. Are they really mine? And where is it? Because I wouldn't be seeing it. And then you just go back to the main menu. Well, the game has credits, just that it decides to not display them. But yeah, if you want to blame anyone for how this game ended up being, blame all of these assholes, especially the testers. Like, especially the testers. You want to blame someone? Those are the guys. And they had multiple testers. It's not like it was a single guy. What the hell, dude?